Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Food for Thought, where we talk to small business owners and entrepreneurs on strategies and best practices. Although small businesses are often at a disadvantage when competing with the bigger companies, they can have one advantage. They can always be smarter than the competition. So, this week our subject is the brain. Neurons, those small myelin-less fibers that carry signals to our brains, travel at speeds approaching 268 miles per hour. Now, this may seem slow compared to a jet plane, but keep in mind that these signals are only traveling a few feet at best. Now, simple math tells us that if the signal is only going to travel a few feet, it's still moving astonishingly fast, but it isn't instantaneous. So why does it feel like it is? Well, there's a reason for that. Scientists refer to the human brain as a predictive engine. It can predict through experience and spatial awareness when something is about to happen. For example, if you reach out your hand to pick up a glass, by seeing the glass and knowing spatially where it is, your brain predicts the sensation of touch before your fingers make contact. This combination of neuronal speed and prediction makes it seem instantaneous. So think about reaching for a glass of water in the dark. You know where it is on the nightstand, but if you can't see it, your brain can't predict when you'll touch it. That's why it seems so clumsy. Without the predictive component, the sense of touch is just a little off. Or how about running in the dark? Even if you're running on an indoor track with an outline of the route, but the lighting isn't very good, if you're not able to see where your next footfall will occur, your stride will be uncertain and hesitant. Our brain's aptitude for prediction isn't restricted only to the physical realm. We can also see things coming or predict with surprising accuracy what will result from certain actions or conditions. If that's the case, so why is it that frequently we seem unable to accurately predict the results for our businesses? Well, because unlike our neuron-driven brain, we can ignore the signals. We can pick and choose what data we allow into the engine and which we exclude. We do this because of wishful thinking, biases, or willful ignorance. We allow other factors to influence our calculations. The coming outcome can be easily predicted by an unbiased outside observer, but not by us. Now, of course, unforeseen circumstances like natural disasters or COVID can invalidate even the most carefully crafted calculations. But taking these situations out of the equations, there's little reason why we need to make the mistakes that often plague our businesses. We may not be clairvoyant, but we can be more predictive. When we have decisions to make, we need to set aside preconceived ideas and pie-in-the-sky notions and instead focus on what we know. By putting all the data together in an organized fashion and allowing the scales of reason to rule, we can often predict with reasonable accuracy what the outcome will be. This, of course, depends upon us setting reasonable expectations based on our abilities and resources and following through on our commitments. When we follow these rules and allow our brain's predictive faculties to function uninhibited, we may not come up to the level of Nostradamus, but we won't be introducing the new Coke either. Well, I hope you found that useful. If you'd like to discuss anything regarding this topic or any small business strategy, reach out to me at rich@speakingofsuccess.us. I'd love to talk. Just send me an email and we'll set up a time. Thanks, and I will see you next week.